Hare Krishna to all my subscribers. I just wanted to give you an update on the whole current bug, you know what I mean, situation, the disease, the sea disease. So I just got a newsletter from Vedic Astrologer, James Kelleher jyotish newsletter from April this year. So today Guru or Jupiter is moving to the Aquarius sign or Kumbha Rashi in Sanskrit. So he's predicting that the sea disease will, the whole so-called sea disease will be over around August 2022 to beginning of 23. So let me read this to you. Jupiter will enter Aquarius on April 5th. It takes Jupiter about a year to complete its transit through a sign. So when it moves, it is a big deal in astrology. Jupiter is the planet of abundance, knowledge, children, truth, and dharma. When it transits through a new sign, it casts its beneficent energy on everything that sign signifies. On the other hand, Jupiter has been moving in and out of Capricorn over the past year, and Capricorn is Jupiter's sign of debilitation. For this reason, in 2010, my teacher, Sadhguru Shivananda Murti, predicted that 2020 would be a time when the world would experience a crisis and when Dharma, meaning truth, would be at its lowest level. That certainly took place. Our world during the past year has been a place of chaos and a place where discerning the truth has been very difficult. In my mid-year prediction presentation, I mapped out the transit of Jupiter with respect to the sea disease. I said that the transit of Jupiter in Capricorn has been a reliable indicator for the sea disease pandemic. I pointed out that when Jupiter entered Capricorn on March of 2020, the virus began to spike. When it retrograded out of Capricorn at the end of June 2020, the virus subsided and restrictions seemed to ease. I predicted that when Jupiter once again would enter Capricorn on November 20, 2020, the sea disease would spike again. Since then, new variants have become problematic and Europe has developed a new wave. On April 5th, 2021, Jupiter will leave Capricorn and enter Aquarius. Aquarius is a sign of groups of people. So over the course of this one-year transit, we should find people starting to be more comfortable in smaller social settings and over time becoming more comfortable in groups. At the moment, the sea disease, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's the important part. Jupiter will be transiting Aquarius until April 13, 2022. However, during the period from the September 13 to November 20th, 2021, Jupiter will once again retrograde into Capricorn briefly. The transit is likely to reiterate some of the COVID issues. One possibility might be the need to address, okay, blah, blah, blah. So there will be more problems, restrictions from 13 September to November 20. So here it says, from November 2021 to April 14, 2022, Jupiter will again be transiting Aquarius, finally free of the constraining influence of Capricorn, and the world will receive another leg up in its struggle against the so-called sea disease. In the big picture, I will repeat what I said in February of 2020 in my world prediction presentation, just after the so-called sea disease began. I said that the sea disease pandemic will still be a problem until about August of 2022, based on the 2020 Gregorian New Year chart that I discussed in the presentation. The sea disease is also tracking the transit of Saturn in Capricorn, which started in January of 2020 and ends in January of 2022. So we will probably be dealing with issues related to the pandemic in one way or another until the end of 2022 or the beginning of 2023. That said, the astrological factors suggest constant improvement, and one of the biggest and most positive influence is Jupiter's movement into Aquarius beginning April 5th. It represents a period where when the world population in general will start to feel more confident and free to interact with each other. Remember, April 5th is only the beginning point of the transit. It will take about a year to develop more fully, but we should start to see signs of the so-called sea disease abating in the next few months. Probably, yeah, I don't believe that what he's saying there, but you can do your own research on other platforms. I can't talk here, so on this platform, so do your own research and you will find out what's really going on. Okay, Hare Krishna, don't be fooled. Inform yourself.